my husband said I cheated and our biracial baby isn't his, then somehow it got even worse.
I'm always just like concerned with how it could get worse, but somehow they always get worse.
My boyfriend asks for a paternity test of our child. As soon as the results come and show that he is the father, I'm leaving him.
Damn, bro. You just got his karma back.
Now, I'm a new mob to a baby boy who is my pride and joy. And though it's been a roller coaster adjusting to taking care of a baby, the past few months have been great, tiring, but great. I have a boyfriend of 3 years who is the first person relationship-wise that I've ever loved, and I thought that we were doing great as new parents and also as partners.
You thought you were doing great, but those first 2 sentences might be a little hiccup.
On Friday, he came home and just straight up asked me for a paternity test to prove the baby is his.
Why did he suddenly ask that? There must be a reason, right?
Just like that. It was completely out of the blue. Just as I was putting dishes away, he asked for one, like he was asking me what was for dinner.
Babe, do you mind, like after you're done stacking the dishwasher, getting a paternity test?
I'm imagining it's like he's giving an order. He's like, hey, maybe we could get some calamari, some tempura, and a paternity test. Like, what do you think? I'm a different race from him, but our child, apart from the skin tone, is literally the mirror image from pictures I've seen of him when he was a baby.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
I was stunned when he asked, and his reasons were that he said he had to be sure he was the father and he had to have certainty.
It's such a breach of trust. Like, all right, if you're actually worried about cheating and like that's been a thing, I understand that. If the trust is there, you're kind of like, by asking, you're kind of breaking some trust in the relationship, I think.
We're only hearing OP side of the story so far, but from what we have seen.
Yeah, unless there's cheating. If there's cheating, then I understand. If there hasn't been, then I don't.
Like if you walk in and your child's mother is booing it, okay, well now we have some cause or whatever. Also, his answer was like, why? Because I had to have certainty. It's like, why do you want to see the movie? It's like, because I want to watch moving pictures on a screen. It's like, that's not an answer. Like, all I remember as he was speaking is just immediately feeling pain. The man I love doesn't trust me. He would actually believe that I would do it with someone else, cheat on him, and then try to pass off another man's baby as his.
Oh.
I have never, ever given him a reason to think that I would cheat on him. I have tried to be transparent and communicated, and it wasn't enough. I feel for you, OP. I feel for you, OP.
It feels so hard just watching these relationships fall apart in real time.
He told me that he would give me time to think about this, that he wouldn't go behind my back and do this test, but for our relationship to move forward, he needs to be 100% sure. This guy he just keeps repeating the thing that is like the worst thing to say. He repeated this because he, in his words, needed me to realize how serious he was.
I think we get it. I think we get how serious you are, Duty.
Do you want a paternity test? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm unclear. After thinking for a couple of days, I'm going to allow him this paternity test because I have nothing to hide. I've never cheated and would never have cheated on him. Once it's proven that he's the father, I'm ending it, leaving the same day, and I'm going to try my best to be a cooperative co-parent with him. It's done. She's made up her mind, bro. In the meantime, I'm coming up with my exit plan, a place to live, a lawyer to work out a custody arrangement in court, etc. I can't even tell my family or friends right now because they would go nuclear, and my first priority is our child. I'm not asking for advice or reassurance or to explain a side. I'm just realizing this part of my life is now over. What a way to start the new year, huh?
God damn. I understand though, like, once the trust in the relationship is broken, like it's hard to get that back. And obviously he doesn't trust her.
And it all seems for nothing.
Yeah. I guess he must have suspicions of they're cheating, but like he didn't even give any good reason. He didn't give any reason.
No good reasons. No good reason. He's like, I want it because I want it.
I totally get where OP's coming from, but damn.
There's an update.
Give it it to me.
A final update. It's short and sweet. I left. Things have gone downhill and under advisement. I can't really discuss it until things are settled in court. I guess I'm really a cautionary tale on what can go wrong. Please, if you have any concerns with your partner, discuss things beforehand, especially before you have a child. Thank you all again for your different perspectives. Hoping to have everything settled eventually.
Yeah, have all those conversations beforehand, but damn OP, I feel for you.
Feel for you.
Wait, John, so like really quick, Dr. OKOP. Before in another episode, we're like, every birth should come with a paternity test, like automatically. Do you remember when we said that?
Yeah. That's what a ton of people say on these stories too.
So with that being on the record as something that we both have said, is it truly a big deal to ask for a paternity test? And why do you think in this context, this time it's different?
Here's the thing. The situation with like, I think we were talking about it in the context of like, literally like when you go to a hospital and like you have a baby, they do all these procedures, they clean the baby and like get their birth certificate, whatever, that it's done there in that process.
So John's saying you shouldn't even have to ask for it. It should just be already given to you.
I think it's probably a good idea to where it's like confirmed every time.
Okay. So then I ask you, so obviously this is the different relationship, but do you think if you were to have a child with your significant other that you would want the default to be them giving you a paternity test?
I don't want the default of them giving me the paternity test. It could be a good idea, yeah, for the people who have had their partners cheated, right? In the hospital for that to happen where there's like no finger pointing, but the truth is revealed.
You don't want to have to start the revolution. You want the revolution to have already started and it just already be benefiting.
I just think like just reading of all the stories of people who did have a child with another person. I never even considered this ever before we started the show. Not once, but I'm like, damn, this is crazy. So you're asking me, would I ever ask my partner for a paternity test? Hell no. I would never do that unless there's some super serious evidence.
Yeah. If there's something sus. Yeah. If there's something super sus.
Other than that, like I have no reason for me to ask my partner. That's the problem with this scenario is because Opie's partner literally completely destroyed the trust in their relationship by asking for the paternity test.
Because what he's really saying, he's not asking for a paternity test. He's saying, I think you cheated.
That's the problem. It's low key. I don't know if I'll say good, but like this kind of revealed a giant red flag that like, if he literally doesn't trust you with that and has the gall to go and ask you for it, like and do what he did.
He's not a keeper.
Not a keeper. Exactly.
So to summarize, John wants everyone to get a paternity test. He wishes that was the norm. Because it is not the norm, because he trusts his partner, he's not going to ask for it himself.
We need to literally have, you know, those t-shirt cannons? We literally need to fund a program shooting paternity tests in like people's windows or on their like,
you get a paternity test and you get a paternity test and you get a paternity test.
Oprah of paternity tests.
Yeah, bro. That's what OKOP show will become.